Alright, let me start this off by saying that no, I do not plan on becoming just like a straight up Neptunia news channel. Every time like something new is announced, I'm not gonna do a video like this, but I mean, come on, did you really expect me to not this time? It's literally all about Best Girl. So, yeah, if you haven't heard, and I would perfectly expect that a lot of you don't know, because for whatever reason this was all done by the Neptunia anime Twitter, and only in Japanese, so yeah, but anyway, we have just out of the blue gotten a big, like, Neptunia event, and even stranger is that it's all about adult Neptune. Yeah, if you thought she was a forgotten character after V2, I guess you're wrong, and I couldn't be happier. So, this event has sort of three major features, all about adult Neptune and this new outfit for her, or at least two of them are. Yeah, one of them is probably could be considered, like the main feature is the new spin-off game. It's a new pixel shooter this time from the like the from the back, like facing forward perspective. I don't know what it's called. Um, and yeah, starring Big Nep in this new like flight suit. Uh, the second is actually two new anime OVAs confirmed. Only one we actually have a title. The other one we literally just have like one work in progress drawing, and that's it. So I guess we can try to make our conclusions there. I'll talk about that in a second. And the third kind of goes together with the game. It is the next Neptunia, I would assume 1/7 or 1/8 scale figure, and it is of course Big Nep in this new flight suit or whatever it is. I think generator unit it's called. Anyway, let's first get into them like individually. I'll give my thoughts on those, and then afterwards I'll sort of give my thoughts on like this event as a whole and all that. So, just so we can like progressively get to a higher and higher note, I'm going to start with the thing I'm actually least excited for. And I know this is strange, but I'm actually the least excited for the OVA, at least the one that we've actually gotten a title for.
Hello there.
So, the main reason I'm not too excited about this OVA is because of the title itself. It is Nepu Nepu Darake no Kanshasai, or Thanksgiving Full of Nepu Nepu. I should also mention in parentheses it has festival, so yeah, that and Thanksgiving should probably be a bit of a red flag. It definitely is to me. You know how tropey this shit can get. I mean, yeah, based on the last OVA, actually, there was a pretty disgusting instance where just there's a complete lack of consideration for the like at the actual world of game industry and how like traditions and stuff works, where they're just completely chucking logic out the fucking window so they can do like an anime trope, a Japanese tradition that you see literally everywhere else, without considering that, oh hey, maybe this tradition never existed in game industry. Um, that's an interesting concept, but yeah, just on that alone, I don't have too high of hopes for this. Yeah. I should also mention, though, of course, the second OVA that was confirmed from this, the finale of this little Big Nep Trilogy, I assume it's gonna be. I assume she would have a large role in, like, all three parts, because, the first one was, like, her big introduction into the anime. This new one is, of course, tied with this event about her, so I'm gonna assume the entire thing is about her. But the last one, what we've seen for it is just like one piece of work in progress artwork, and it's True R4 from Rebirth 1 holding what appears to be a baby Nep, which is obviously pretty interesting. We have never seen anything like that. We've never seen Nep as a baby ever. So what is this? Possibly like a prequel to the main like anime series. Hell, maybe like adult Neptune even plays a role there. Like, dude, like what if she travels back in time and like meets Neptune as a baby and stuff, and she's being raised by True R4? Which obviously the existence of True R4 kind of confirms my suspicion that the anime is supposed to be like a perfect cross between the two game canons. so that's pretty neat. There is, of course, the chance that that baby Nep is actually adult Neptune, which kind of scares me because there's the very strong theory that I definitely do believe in, that the adult Neptune in the anime is like the adult Neptune. Like, there is only one, and it's the same one that we see in like V2. And if this ends up like being the backstory for her, that she was actually like born to or for, that would be so fucking weird. Yeah. Though that outfit that the baby Nep's wearing appears to be like a cross between the jersey dress and parka dress, obviously within like actual official material outside of like the occasional drawing. Um, Adult Neptune has never worn the parka dress, so yeah, I think that's a very low chance, but I guess that's just my pessimistic side regarding the Neptunia franchise speaking there. So that's really all I wanted to say about the new anime OVAs. I hope they're decent, but I really can't find myself getting excited for at least the more immediate one, the second part. Whatever, let's just move on to the more exciting stuff.
This is where the fun begins.
Starting with, I would say the thing that's right in the middle for me is, of course, the figure.
A fine addition to my collection.
Obviously, it's a third adult Neptune figure, and I don't care like what, I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering that shit as soon as possible. I have the first adult Neptune figure, the second one, I do have it pre-ordered. Yeah, I'm definitely picking this one up just because, but I think this figure is actually gonna like kick ass, even like in comparison to all the other ones. Just with the like the clear hoodie. The clear hoodie, the wings are actually like attached, so it won't need additional supports and stuff. I just think this figure is gonna kick ass, like even in comparison to like the next purple figure and all that. So yeah, very excited for this one. Definitely going to pick it up as soon as I can. But yeah, let's move on to the last part, which is of course the game.
Greetings.
Now, this game they do call it like a small game. So yeah, it's probably not going to be like a full Neptunia spin-off title, especially considering like Ninja War's still in the process of releasing. Yeah, it's probably not, it's probably just like, you know, sort of a filler game, but I mean, hey, Best Girl's got a spin-off earlier than some other characters that arguably need it more. I didn't really like want this as a game. I mean, if I was to have a just any game I wanted for to be the Adult Neptune spin-off, I would have actually had it be like a Doom-like game. I'll explain more when I cover her on the character analysis series, whenever that happens in a while. But yeah. It still looks fun. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. If anything, I'm gonna get it just because Best Girl. Yeah, but now there's one big thing I want to talk about, and it's this new crazy outfit itself. First of all, I will state this. I think it's amazing. It definitely kicks ass. It manages to maintain like the chill, inviting vibe of Adult Neptune with like the clear hoodie and stuff. But at the same time, obviously, it makes her look like a bit of a badass, and clearly shows that it's actually a bit more like complicated than just like the processors. With you can clearly see like the her two swords being like held in a holster there, and also that what seems to be like an extension of her pistol. Yes, that is a weapon. That is not a shield. You can actually see from one of the pieces of art that shows it from the back. I'll put it on screen now. The pistol like actually hooks into there, so maybe it's like some sort of amplifier and turns it into I don't know, I assume like a big laser. I'm personally not too big on like blasters in sci-fi, but whatever, tiny little nitpick. If there's anything I really like have a problem with this design, it's the feet. I feel like they should have gone with like the, you know, just the down style, kind of like in Lost Purple, and I guess like the original Purple as well. that just seems a bit to fit the more like casual thing. I think the heels might not have been the right choice here, but apart from that, I love this new design. I especially like on how the bikini part, which kind of a reference to both like Purple Sister and like Iris Heart. It keeps like you can actually see like it keeps the patterns and stuff of her hoodie, which is kind of hilarious to me. But yeah, just this design is awesome, but I kind of have mixed feelings about its mere existence. Because here's the thing: Adult Neptune has been in a bit of a weird spot. A lot of people think that she's not really like enough of a character. A big problem people have is that she's not different enough from the other Neptunes to be considered like her own like full character. I don't really agree with that, but I can see what they're getting at here. The best way to develop her would be for her to like go become more different from the other Neptunes and stuff. And I really don't think this is the right way. I feel like this is kind of the opposite of that. Because the coolest thing about her is that, she's a Neptune, but she's just human, and yet she's able to do all this crazy shit. She captured and enslaved Crowar, this, like, reality warping for tome being. She, obviously played a major role in V2. But this, like, okay, so it's like, oh yeah, she's just, going around chilling, like, in her hoodie and doing all that. So this, we did something very unique here, and, we put her in a, like, a high-tech bodysuit to fly around and fight in the air. Because there's definitely not another Neptune, or, a couple, that can already do that. Do you see what I'm getting at here? It just feels like we're actually like doing the opposite of what we should. This is making her seem like closer to the existing Neptunes, which, yeah, I mean, that's not really a good idea. And yes, none of this is canon to like the main series, at least so we think. And if that crazy idea of the baby Neptune actually being like the one and only adult Neptune, I assume that's not true. But yeah, there is, of course, the possibility that they will take all this and put it in the main canon, or just decide that, yes, the adult Neptune in the main canon is like this, even if we don't, like, actually see it, even if this isn't the same one. They'll just be like, yep, this is her, she has the suit or whatever. And, I mean, I'm not really sure how to feel about that. While on one hand it could be done well, on the other hand, it could kind of ruin her. In a way, it would literally do what some people say she is, and literally just make her into a clone. So yeah, it's a little bit scary. I know this is kind of unlikely to happen. All I'm saying is that it's not actually impossible to like introduce this outfit. I'm just saying that, please, guys, be careful. If they plan on developing Adult Neptune in, like, the main canon, please just be careful, alright? Obviously, Best Girl, I have kind of a bias for her, but Neptunia's writing's already kind of meh, and I'd rather not see it get any worse. So yeah.
Don't act dumb!
And, yeah, that's really it for that. So, the event as a whole. What do I think of it? I'm really fucking hyped. At least for, like 2 out of the 3 things. Yeah, I know, I got kind of, like, all worried there and whatever, but, yeah, regardless of what happens, I'm hyped. I think the game it does seem like it is going to be a bit fun, even if it is short and maybe not as, like, high quality. I think, it is just going to be a nice experience. The figure's probably going to kick absolute ass. Who knows? Even if the OVA, even if it is really tropey and shit. Whatever. It'll probably be enjoyable regardless. So, yeah, I think that's really all I have to say about that. I'm pretty hyped. Best Girl's getting the attention she deserves, and, alright, I should also mention, though, the name of the game is, it's literally Top Nep. I mean, just look at the title card that's been released. They went all in. They did it. It's glorious. The meme has finally come true after how many years? Does this mean that Adult Neptune is the top Nep? Is she truly superior to all other Neps? I think so. I think it has been confirmed. Adult Neptune haters, I'm sorry. But she is the top Nep. Alright, this is dumb. Yeah, I'm hyped. And I'm not gonna keep this going longer than it needs to be, so,
Where do you think you want to go? I thought of being an instructor, sir.
Top Gun?
Yes, sir.
God help us.